First of all, congratulations on Ruby. It's a very fantastic watch, very different than what I was expecting. Where did the idea for combining these two different like topics come from?
I think it really came from the director writer is from the South, as am I, and there's a culture down here, a religious culture that we felt needed to kind of be opened up to this topic, and that's kind of how that came about, I think.
Taking on something like this, how difficult is it to find the right cast? Even though you guys found an incredible cast that did such an amazing job.
Um, I would say there is so much talent here in New Orleans that it's actually really underrated that it was not that difficult to find talent. We were so lucky with everyone that came on board and they're just phenomenal.
What kind of discussions was had with the cast in order to get this performance? Because they all seem to get what the roles really needed to be in order to create that impact that this short has.
I think doing a little rehearsal before with the director always is beneficial, and then a lot of the cast was from the area, so they understood the topics. They understood, the Catholic culture. They understood why it's something that needs to be brought up in this area.
Mhm. And your nun character, she doesn't really feel like a nun for most of the time, but it seems like she's a nun in a very evolved manner. It seems like it's something that should happen with time. Cultures adapt, people adapt. Um, h- I guess how do
Mhm.
treat this character in a sensitive manner where people can relate to it, but at the same time, you push the boundaries of what this character can be.
I'm sorry, I missed the first. Were you talking? Which character were you talking about?
Or your nun character.
There was a little bit of a jump in our
Oh, right. Yeah. So I went to Catholic school. I understand the religion very well and the culture of that. And I think, living in LA for 12 years and seeing a whole different culture and being able to kind of combine those worlds in a delicate way, understanding them both, I think was very helpful. And being sensitive to both worlds. This movie is not about bashing either. It's about bringing them together and bringing up an uncomfortable topic in a way that is like, a really sweet coming of age story.
Coming of age stories are always dealing with very sensitive topics, such as LGBTQ issues or even self issues. It would even when this film you take out the LGBTQ issues, it's a very humanized story. How do you keep that groundedness to a story like this?
I think part of our human condition in throughout and anywhere, it doesn't matter what culture or language, is to really want to feel accepted. And I think if we can have that basic understanding that all these characters in some way, they just want to be accepted for who they are, right? And so when we are able to then peel back to the root of what the message is of acceptance, then it allows the grounding to just happen naturally because that's really what we all want in our heart is just like, can I be myself? Will I be accepted by my community? Will I be accepted by my family? Will I be accepted by my friends? It's a consistent question that I think that we all go throughout our life, especially when we evolve and change as people.
And bringing this out to film festival audiences, what kind of reactions have you had, and was it what you were expecting people would take away from something like this?
So our first real screening was in LA, and we did have people come up to us after and say, "Oh, I went to Catholic school in my life. I really relate to this." So that was really cool to hear, just different people coming up and saying that, and people being interested in it possibly being expanded into a longer story, which was really cool.
Is there an opportunity to, expand upon this and create a feature-length film maybe or a series based on issues such as much like this or topics that, continue on from this story?
Yeah, I believe there is. We are in communication with our director to see how we can expand upon this. And so hopefully, I think we might be leaning more towards a feature length, but we're open to all possibilities.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on this short. It is a fantastic watch. I hope it gets the audience it deserves.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. We're really proud of it.